It's Garrett Bryan, and we are back with another live stream again. As we always do, every single Friday, we come in, do a live, and talk about car tips, automotive repair, whatever it is. We just huddle around here and have a great time. So if you're new, be sure to drop a question on whatever it may be, whether it's working on cars, whether it's repairing your car, whether it's you're stuck on a problem, need help, or whatever it may be sure to drop your question down below, and I'll be happy to answer it. And again, if you're new to the live stream, have some fun with it. Drop a like as you enter, guys. And really happy to have you guys here. How's it going, the Actor02? How's it going, Robert? I already see you dropped a question, and we'll definitely get right to it. Let me make sure everything's pretty decent. And actually, let me go lock something real quick. Had to lock the door. Had to make sure I locked the door. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start with the first question. So Robert Pointer says, hey, Brian, I've replaced my rotors, pads, calipers, brake, flex hose. Car stops good, but it sways left or right sometimes when I brake. Any ideas on what it might be? It sways to the left. Wait, it sways left or right sometimes when I brake. And you replaced the rotors. You replaced front and back rotors? The front rotors and the back rotors? Let me know in the comments down below, man. Hey guys, if you're just joining in the stream, be sure to drop a question down below, and it could be about anything, whether it's mechanic tools, mechanic tips, if you're just starting out as a mechanic, if you're working on your own project car and you're trying to tackle it or whatever it may be sure to go ahead and drop it down below, and I'll be happy to answer and get right to it. And again, it could be pretty much about anything or whatever it may be. I'll be happy to answer it. If we don't get enough questions, I'll go ahead and supplement a couple questions I already have saved from the comments previously from you guys in my comment section. So, okay, Robert says yes. If it sways to the left, does your car, when you hit the brake pedal, does it vibrate? Like, what are we getting? Like, what kind of feedback are you getting when you brake? Does it change when you're going 60 miles per hour? Does it steer more to the left or right when you're going at higher speeds? Does it do more at lower speeds? Kind of give me a feel of what's going on here, you know? Oh, fuck. I just fucking... My finger. I hurt my finger at work. That was fun. But, alright. Oh, you replaced sway bar links? Robert, does it vibrate when you brake at all? And in general, when you drive straight, does it steer more to the left or right? In general, when you're driving straight, you let go of the wheel, where does it turn to? Oh, Leonard says MC. Around 30 to 40 minutes coming to a stop. Wait, what? Oh, about 30 to 40 coming to a stop. Oh, no vibrations. Okay. And it doesn't do a higher speed. It's only always at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Does it drive straight? Like when you're driving in a straight line without braking, does it stay straight? I do need a wheel. Yeah, my wheel is slightly to the right. Yeah, so then I just recommend getting your wheel alignment done. That's the first thing to start with. You know what I mean? Because if your wheel alignment's off, you know, we can't really do much here. So definitely just get the wheel alignment done first, and then I'm pretty sure, you know, for the most part, it'll probably just straighten itself out once, you know, because if you're already turning a little bit to the right, no, it doesn't stay straight. So yeah, there you go. Just get your wheel alignment done, and you should be straight, man. Get it? See what I did there? You should be straight. All right, guys, I see 38 people in right now. Be sure to drop a question about whatever it may be, whatever it's your car, your project car, a car you're working on, a client car. You want to know the best mechanic tools that you may have, best DIY tools. You know, what color the sky is. What's my favorite car? What's a good track car? What's a good race car? A drag car? Whatever it may be, I'll be happy to answer your questions. So be sure to drop it down below. Robert says, okay, cool. I'm replacing the inner tire rod and then getting my wheel alignment. Thanks, bro. No problem, man. No problem. Hey, how's it going, Jorge? Nice to see you here, man. Woo! Awesome to have you here, bro. Smoke coming out the Toyota from the engine area. Generally, I mean, it could be a lot of things, you know what I mean? If it's coming from the engine area, it might be oil. You might be, you know, burning oil or leaking oil. So oil might be leaking onto something hot, and then, You know, it's just kind of hard to say because engine air could be a lot of things. It could be coolant, it could be oil, it could be a lot of things going on. You know, you gotta maybe dissect it down more. What area is it more coming from? The exhaust manifold? Is it coming from, you know? Dylan says, would you happen to be able to answer a diesel truck question? I mean, I don't work on diesel trucks. I mean, but if it's, you know, maybe a suspension thing where you're like, hey, this part's stuck. What's the best recommendation? I could try to give you my best, you know, thing. But I don't generally work on diesel trucks, you know? Sounds like a knocking too. I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell. You got to kind of dissect it more into what area it's coming from, you know? It could be a timing chain going bad. Oh, from the exhaust? Yeah, the exhaust from the front. Yeah, it's kind of... If you're getting smoke, it's probably maybe your valve cover, it might be leaking. The valve cover might be leaking oil. The oil might be going down to the manifold, and it might be leaking at the manifold, you know? So yeah, the exhaust from the front and the back. Flex pipe. Yeah, what kind of... Oh, well, I'd say what kind of head gasket then. I mean, oh, you know what? This is a better thing. What does it smell like? Does it smell like coolant? You know what I mean? Because sometimes that might happen. You might have a bad head gasket and it'll literally break and be leaking to the front and the back. But it also could be oil. It could be just leaking oil. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of things. It's just hard to tell. Just off of words right now, you know. Inquiry says, sup, gearhead, hope you're doing good, bro. I don't have a project this weekend, a car project this weekend, but plumbing one, ceiling leak. Ooh, that's rough, man. But hey, nice to have you here, bro. And, you know, good luck with that project, bro. You got this. It's a Toyota and no no, it smells like gas and oil. Oh, that's not good at all. 2001. Gas could definitely be the injectors. Those 01s love to leak at the injectors a lot, you know? If you hear knocking, the tensioners on those go bad very often too. So it could be your timing tensioners bad. On top of, it might be leaking oil. On top of, if you're smelling gas, it might be a fuel injector leaking, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff you gotta kind of dive into. Dylan says, I have a 2017 Ford F-250 that turns off after pumping gas unless you push the gas. Yeah, I'm not too sure now, man. F-250. Oh, I also have a... Oh, I thought you were talking about the diesel truck for a sec. I also have a 2017... I thought you were talking diesel, my bad. I also have a 2017 F-250 turns on after pumping gas unless you push the gas. That's very interesting. Could be... an EVAP problem. Turns off after pumping gas. It could be an EVAP problem. Oh, yeah, it could be an EVAP problem. You know, it could be. Bad vapor canister or something along the lines of it. That's the only thing I could think of, you know. Victor says, 96 spec B118C. Exhaust smells like strong gas. Exhaust smells like strong gas. I'm trying to think. Smells like strong gas. I mean, you could be running... The only thing I could think of is you could be... Do you still have the stock catalytic converters on it? The Hector O2 says, I have a problem. I have a 2025 Honda Civic Type R and everyone keeps staring at it. What do I do? Freaking guy. Do a burnout. That's what you need to do. I'm gonna do one, I swear. No, I'm kidding. Joe, Brian. Hey, how's it going, man? EELK. Nice to have you in the stream again, man. Tegan says, I got a POS 02 Jeep Liberty. Man, those Jeep Liberties are nice, bro. They can be a piece of crap sometimes, but they're nice. I like them, you know. But the one I had was a headache. And recently, one going slow around 10 miles per hour and taking turns, like in a parking lot, I hear a weird revolving grinding noise. I think it's more so turning left. Is it from the rear or from the front you hear the weird grinding sound? Or is it from the middle of the car? Because sometimes it could be the front axle making a weird, revolving sound. It could be the rear axle. It could even be the middle drive shaft, that could be doing it. So, yeah. All right. Let me scroll down. Sorry, a lot of... Wow, nice. A lot of people joining. Yeah, I like it. Danny says, are you sponsored by Vim Tools? No, I got great buddies in Vim Tools. I got really good homies in Vim Tools. Leonard says they broke the moon roof glass on the nephews. Oh, that sucks. I remember you telling me about that, man. Victor, wait, what's wrong? What were you talking about, Victor? Oh, no, if you don't have stock cash. You could just be running really rich, Victor? That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe just running too rich. Jose R says, I have so many problems with this car. Fixed a lot too. I think they should change the engine. I think, yeah. With those, I mean, they're relatively cheap. You could always go to a junkyard and do that, but yeah, those cars, like, once you ignore the maintenance on them, they'll topple on really quick. Because Toyotas are reliable, yeah, until you start... I'm not saying you did it, but the previous people neglected it, and they'll just pile and pile and pile problems after problems after problems. That's what happened to my sister. She had a Toyota, and that thing just piled problem after problem. It had a leaking fuel injector. It had an idling issue. It wouldn't turn off after, it ran hot. I mean, after turning it off after you're driving for 40 minutes, it wouldn't turn on. The lights would stay. There was just like a lot of things going on with that car. Valve cover leaking, exhaust manifold leaking, a lot of stuff. The guy I got it from told me to run 91 Premium on it. It says it's tuned. Then, are you running 91 Premium and it still smells like that? It just could be in general be running so rich. That's probably what's going on, Richie, what do you mean? Where am I from? Or where am I residing? What are you referring to? Tegan, front, maybe middle. Wait, is that the same guy who... Yeah, okay, so if it's from the front, it could be the front axles. Could be like clucking. I mean, could be going bad. If it's maybe from the middle, it might be that middle drive shaft. Because if those things are all-wheel drive. So, yeah. Tacos de Asada. That's a funny name. Tacos de Asada. I always thought you said Jared Brian here in your shorts. My bad, man. Happens. A lot of people hear a lot of things. Typically, people hear Garrett Brian more than Jared. So that's interesting. Actually, let me answer this question. Red Rose Productions says 2008 G37 coolant goes to the overflow tank, but does not return to the system when it cools down. Already replaced the thermostat and the radiator cap. For both of them, did you go OEM? Did you go OEM for both the thermostat and for the radiator cap? That's, especially for the thermostat, it's a big deal. ELK says, do you often have customers who try to negotiate the price? Yes. Especially when I went to like ending like my mobile mechanic stuff. I had it a lot, a lot. And I had somebody I was doing a lot of work for, like back-to-back work. They were supplying me work, this and that. But a lot of times I'd be like, all right, well, this job is this much. And then he's like, and then he'll try to like maybe knock it down a couple. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. No, like that's not worth my time to do. Like, let's say I told him it was a $500 job and it was a lot of work or whatever. And then he wanted me to go down to 300 or 250 or some crap. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not worth my time. And you guys gotta keep in mind when you're a mobile mechanic, your price is your price. You know what I mean? It has to be, worth your time. It has to be something you want to do for that. You don't, I understand sometimes when you just want to help people out, and that's fine. You can, more than anything, but just don't let people push you, around and abuse you and take advantage of you when it comes to working on cars. Guys, I'm real quick. Be sure to drop a like button if you are enjoying the live stream. And, if you ask me a question, just be patient. I got a couple, we got over 100 people in this live stream right now. So I just want to, Gonna try to get to every single question as quickly as I can. If I didn't get to it, just drop it, down below again, and I'll get to it. If you want your question expedited, you could always super chat. It's not always necessary. It's not necessary at all. But I'm just saying, if you want to expedite it, it gets pushed to the front of the screen, quite literally. So, Mark J. Larson says, "Hello, bro. Good to see ya and everyone in the chat. Yeah, nice to see you here again, man. What's up?" Jesus says, "Brian, it's Jesus again. With the 01 Corolla, system 2 lean code, threw some seafoam in it, in the bits, and the car passed. I'm ready." Oh, nice. That's what's up, man. Congrats, bro. That's what's up. Richie, I am from, I stay in Illinois, but I am Puerto Rican and Dominican. So hopefully that answered both of your questions. Jesus says, "So it wasn't the injectors." Nice. Hey, that's awesome, man. Oscar L says, "What's up, guys? Gearhead Brian here." That's crazy, man. Nice to have you here, Oscar. Hey, how's it going, Echo? Nice to see you here, bro. Okay, let me catch up to all the stuff we have here. Jose R says, "What do you think about the 25 Corolla?" They're nice. I like them. They're good. My brother has a 2019 Corolla. They're really nice. I like the hatch the most. I love the hatch. So if you're going to get one, you should get the hatch. It's really nice, practical. I love it. Echo J says, "Come on, guys. Show some love to Gearhead Brian." Appreciate it, man. Guys, if you're in the live stream watching, be sure to drop a like button if you're enjoying it and even watching it, period. And be sure to drop any questions that you may have when it comes to anything about cars, mechanics, whatever it may be, just drop it, man. Drop it. Okay, so who is your main auto parts supplier? Rock Auto is my go-to for most things. They're just my go-to. If I have to get a part local, O'Reilly's is my go-to all the time, Otherwise, I'll just go OEM with stuff. How much experience do you have? I have about 7 going to 8 years of working as a mechanic, officially. Need to be... Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read these comments. BMW Z4 says, "Hello, Gearhead. Hey, how's it going, man?" Thanks, that's so... Yeah, thanks, Struggling Dad. I appreciate, you being a huge fan, How's it going, Marcus? How's it going? What's your stance on the SR20 DT? I don't know. I don't really have anything against them. SRs are cool, Go to 7-Eleven. It's free Slurpee day. I had no idea. That's crazy. Okay, cool. Going after this live stream. Cool. I should have brought one on the live stream. Like, "What's up, guys?" Jeez. Am I the only one laughing? Isaac says, "Brian, how do I get past a CVXO that won't let the circlip out of the trans? First time I encountered this issue. That won't... Wait, what? Like, is the circlip stuck in it? Like, can you not take the CV axle out of the transmission? Or what are you referring to, Isaac? What do you mean? All right, let me go down to the comments, make sure. Hey, Jose. Appreciate it, Jose. Jose and then Jose R says, "Slurping machines are broke around here, or the works just put them out of service." They bogus. They bogus for that. They better not do that over here. I'll be like, "I demand it." Imagine you went to McDonald's and then their machine was down. Oh, wait, here, guys. One second. I'll get back. Sorry, I had to handle something. Okay. Here, one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, very important business. Okay, I need a Dr. Pepper Slurpee. That would be dope. Yo, Yak Fishing, how's it going, man? Nice to have you in the stream. All right, let's go. Guys, if you have any questions, be sure to drop them down below. If you are joining in, every single Friday we go on live, we live stream, and pretty much answer all of your guys' questions when it comes to working on cars, tools, whatever it may be. And yeah, man, yeah, no problem, Yak. Guys, if you didn't know, Yak Fishing is our new moderator over here, so please give him a huge welcome. Grace Set Free says, thanks for all you do. Love the channel, man. No problem, no problem. Thanks for watching and joining the live stream, Come on, guys, 103. Echo says, come on, guys, 103 people in here, and we only have 27 likes. Come on, guys. Yeah, guys, smash that like button and drop questions that you may have, whatever it may be. Drop it down below, and I'll be happy to answer it. And, yeah, what's up, Yak? Oh, that's what Echo said. Sorry, I don't know. I'm repeating it. Kayla says, hey, what's up, Brian? I really enjoy watching and learning from you. I appreciate you. I live in Maine, and I'm going for my associate's degree in automotive technology. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. Congrats, and that's dope. Yeah, really, really dope. So, yeah, I'm really glad that you're, enjoying the videos, watching the videos, and keep going at it, and pay attention and, when you're getting that degree. I fooled around a little bit when I was in college doing that. So, but yeah. Seven Loris says, hi, Brian. Love from Texas. How much do you hate working on cars from the north? Do you expect longer work time from those jobs and charge more? Thank you. I despise working on cars, man. Cars are so rusty over here. It's a pain in the butt. Because, you genuinely get so much experience that you kind of typically map out, this car is going to take a lot longer because of how rusty the car is. Or, as soon as you look under the chassis and you see it's rotted or it's really rusty, you're like, this is going to be a long day, So you kind of gauge it. Yeah, if the car is really bad, more than usual, yeah, I will charge a little bit more. I'm not going to rob somebody, but I'm just going to charge adequate amount of time because it's going to probably take double the amount of time it normally would if it wasn't a super rotted, rusty car. That's just kind of the name of the game, how it goes, you know what I mean? No problem, though. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. Be sure to drop that like. Smash that like. Gage says, do you like Subarus? I don't hate them. The Subarus are decent. They're dope. I like them. I just don't appreciate, their head gaskets. But I like them. I like the WRXs. They're dope. They're cool, Especially the Blobeye. That's one of my favorite Subarus. Bleeding brakes after a brake job, difficult by yourself? Or, no, it's not hard to do by yourself. There's two methods that you can do. I'll actually, now that you say that, I'll actually release a video doing that. Here, let me write it down. Thankfully, my beautiful fiance got me this notebook to write down your guys' questions. So, who drew this? Oh my God, look at that. I drew that last week. God, I drew this beautiful diagram last week. It looks kind of sus. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, brakes. All right, so I'm gonna make just for you. I'm gonna make a reel about how to bleed your brakes by yourself. How to bleed brakes? Because there's there's two methods I do. By yourself. Sad face. I'm kidding. Okay, cool. Wait, video. Let me label out video ideas so I'm just not going crazy. Okay, what did we got come in? Is it worth getting a borescope camera? Yes, it's worth it. You don't have to expend a lot of money on it. You can get an Amazon one for like $30. That's the one I got. I got a $30 Amazon one. Really awesome. Moon boots. Yeah, I hope it helps. I gotta get a drum. I gotta get a sound effect or something. Or when we get a super chat, just be like, ding, and then it'll be like, people clapping their hands and stuff, Unofficial mod. I'm gonna make you one too, bro. I got you. How is RXA treating you? Goober, it's treating me good. Right now I'm getting the RX-8. Guys, if you didn't know, I have a Mazda RX-8. It's a 2004, and I'm getting it essentially ready for the track. me and my buddy are gonna take our cars to the track and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna race it. It's 3 of us. So one of my buddies has a Mazda RX-8 as well. So it's gonna be 2 RX-8s and it's gonna be 1 Scion FRS. So a Scion FRS and then 2 RX-8s. We're all going to track. Most likely we're gonna go next month. And yeah, so the goal is to I was gonna put coilovers, but I'm just gonna go back to stock suspension because those coilovers I put on it were so crappy. I installed a modified coolant, radiator on it. So, a higher performance radiator from Megan Racing. And I'm going to install a brand new XD clutch on it. And then it'll be ready for the track, So yeah. Flatbed says, learned a lot from your videos. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Downhill MTB says, Brian, thanks for all the tips. No problem, man. No problem. Let's see. I missed a lot of stuff. Rusty North, yeah. Tip to stay organized during a big job. The best thing you can do is a lot of times when it happens to me, I'm organized in the beginning. And then the job goes to complete like shit. A lot of stuff's going on. I'm mad, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated. I'm trying to just get the job done. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll pause because I see like a mess of tools around me. And I'll just pause and I'll try to just reorganize on the ground at least on the ground. If I have my tools on the ground because I'm working as a mold mechanic, I'll at least organize it on the ground, and map out the hammer, map out this, map out the ratchets. Because the more you stay organized in general with little things, the more easier you can get your job done and the quicker you can get your job done. And in general, just have designated areas. If you work in a shop, try to get more tool organization tools, you know what I mean? So try to organize your box a lot better. Don't have a bunch of junk drawers in your tools. Have, I think it's called Toolbox Widget. They have some cool things to map out your ratchets and stuff like that. Just in general, organization is the name of the game. So the best things to help you organize are stuff like that. When you have bolts, a lot of like bolts and stuff, get a piece of cardboard and, label water pump, and draw, a diagram of the water pump, put all the bolts in the, cardboard box. You want to stay as organized as you can. It's going to make your job a lot easier, especially if you're in a big job and you pause because you have to go, get food. You have to pause because something happened with your family, whatever it is. You can come back to it with confidence because you knew where everything is. All right. I'm getting a lot of questions coming in. It depends that you... Flatbed says, do you recommend replacing the undercarriage protector to prevent further rusting? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the subframe? The subframe's really, or just the cover for the subframe is what you're talking about? Oh, okay, George from Germany. Hi, from Germany. Love your content. Appreciate it, man. Oh, yeah, Hyper Tough Brake Bleeder Kit is so clutch for solo jobs. Hell yeah, they make bleeder kits as well. I forgot about that. Good looks. The thumbs up is free and really helps a lot. Yes, Mark J. Larson, thanks for saying that. Guys, there's more than 128 of you guys in this live stream. Be sure to drop a like and drop a question on whatever you need help with or any suggestions you want for impact guns, for ratchets, for tools, for a toolbox, tool brand, what brand I recommend, whatever it may be. It could be about tools. It could be about your own project car. It could be about a project car you want to get. Something, whatever it may be sure to drop a question because these live streams are for you guys. My goal is to help you as much as I can. And yeah, just like vibing out with you guys. And if I don't answer your question right away, just be patient. Ask it again if anything, if I didn't get to it, and I'll go ahead and, answer it. All right, let's see. Sorry, just scrolling. Can you tell how an easy way to fix my stripped O2 sensors? Wait, what? O2 sensors, holes, threads. So did you strip out the threads for it? Because they make a chaser for it, a thread chaser for the spark plugs. I made a video on it. It's actually a long form video, I believe I made on it. So yeah, so check it out. But yeah, they make thread chasers for it. You could buy it at your local auto parts store. It's about like 10 to 15 bucks. Pretty dope. Crazy said, just wanted to stop by and say your videos are the best. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks, Echo, for saying the refred. Appreciate it, man. You a G. What do you think about a tool vest with magnets on it? I don't know. For me, it's just not my type of vibe. I don't like having a lot on me. You know, around me, okay. I just don't like feeling too bulky with stuff. So it's just not my vibe. I wouldn't go for it, you know. But that's just me, you know. So I'm just reading. Yeah, I appreciate you being on top of everything, bro. You're really awesome for doing that, bro. Any advice for tire tech trying to be a mechanic? I got you, man. Stay dedicated. But in general, like, if you're a tire tech going to be a mechanic, it's awesome. Don't be, you know, discouraged or whatever, because that's, you know, how a lot of us start out. You know, a lot of us start as automotive technicians, tire techs, lube technicians, whatever it may be, and we work our way up to a mechanic. So the best thing I could do, most likely, if you're a tire tech at like a place like, let's say, Pep Boys or Midas, let me know where you're a tire tech at. But if you're at a place like Pep Boys, Midas, you know, Sears doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, then what I would recommend is being open to learning from the mechanics at your shop and asking them questions. And in general, like when it comes to you being a tire tech right now, the best thing that you could do is be a sponge and absorb as much information as you can. And if you work at a place that has a placement for a mechanic, you want to make it known that that's what you're aiming to be and aiming to do. Yeah, that's just all it is. You want to not be, what's the word? You want to be very open-minded. You want to be open to learning different methods. If you know how to do brakes, or if you're doing brakes, or if you're starting to become a mechanic in general, you want to be open to learning different methods, even if it's a method that, you know, you don't usually do, or, oh, I do it this way, I'm not going to do it that way. No, be open to learning different ways to go about the same job, you know, and the more open-minded and willing you are to absorb information from higher up mechanics, the better of a mechanic you're going to be. And work with what you got. Tools aren't what make you. Having the best snap-on tools or Mac tools or whatever isn't what makes you as a mechanic. Work with what you got, and trust me, when you have those higher quality tools, you're going to be an absolute beast when you have it. Thanks for the tips. No problem, Daniel. I am 27, Dread. 27. The big 27. Yeah. Oh, 26. Why did I say 27? I added a year. You're like, you're not 27. Or am I? Not kidding. Not kidding. 26. I don't know why I said 27. If you're a tire tech for Mavis, go learn from skills from somewhere else. I'm dead. Right out of high school, get into a course, then apprentice. Also, I forgot who asked the question. Dang it. Oh, Travi, also in general, if you're asking me on the best avenues to take to become a mechanic, some good thing, there's multiple ways to go about it. You know, you could do what you're doing if you're a tire tech / lube tech or whatever. Again, just work your way up to a mechanic at, you know, if you're at a Midas or if you're at a Pep Boys or whatever it may be. But there's definitely different avenues you could take. You know, like I've had different avenues. I've been a lube tech. That was one avenue. You know, I went to school for this, so I was automotive. You know, I went to trade school for automotive. So there's the automotive trade school route. There's just starting out as a loop tech, work your way up to mechanic. There's just being an apprentice at a small shop or at a shop in general. Going to the dealer, starting as a loop tech and working your way up to a mechanic. In general, from the streets, doing mobile mechanic work yourself and learning your way as you go. So there's plenty of ways to go about it, you know. Appreciate it, Dread Measures. Really appreciate you, man. Mark J. Larson, I'm really enjoying working on my trucks and always check your videos before I do anything. Thank you for sharing all the great tips. No, appreciate it, man. No, thanks for watching the videos, and glad you're enjoying work on your truck and that my videos help you out, you know? The tire medic says, do you think snap-on brushless ratchets are good? I spent like $1,500 on both. Holy crap. They're good. You know, they're good. But like to spend that much on one, I wouldn't spend. That's the thing with Snap-on. They're really they're up there in price. You know, so like they're good. They're really, good ratchets, but for me it's a little bit, it's kind of different. Orlando says you're the best. Love your videos. Appreciate it, man. Daniel says I'm a big fan. I always like your tips and good work on it. Thanks, man. It's an investment, yeah, for sure. All right, sorry, just reading everything. Windows says, Brian, have you worked on many Forerunners swapping pump motor on an ABS HB unit right now? I'm wondering if you're familiar with that unit. Yeah, no, I haven't worked on a Forerunner ever, so I have no experience with them. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I missed a couple of questions. What's your Echo says? What's your take on the Milwaukee M18 Stubby? I love it, man. I love it. The M18 is a beautiful line. It's really nice. I love how they fit a good amount of power into a compact design. M18 is one of my favorite impact guns. So by all means, I love it. And I think the new versions make already I don't even remember off the top of my head, but they make a lot of power in a compact design. So M18 guys, if you're looking for impact gun, get the M18. Don't worry, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg. You can get it for they have deals at Home Depot, sometimes even on Amazon, but better off at Home Depot. But they have deals, so look at the best deal and then go ahead and tackle it. Sorry guys, I'm missing a lot of questions. Yeah. I went to school for this too. Like I said, I went so many different avenues. I learned from school. I learned from my dad. My dad, because he was his dad was a master mechanic, and he taught my dad, and my dad taught me. So I learned from him. I learned from a master mechanic uncle. I learned from being a mobile mechanic myself. I learned from working on my own cars. I learned from being a loop tech and being a mechanic. I learned as an apprentice. There was so many avenues I went, So the more you know. All right, guys, I got to start wrapping up, but I'll answer a few more questions before I hop off. Daniel in Illinois, man. You're the go. I just started the industry. Appreciate it, Musan. Want to buy my 2014 F-250. Right now I have way too many cars, man. Way too many cars. I have like 4 at the moment. Too many. I know, Aaron. I know we're just getting started, but I got to pick up my daughter, man. I got to pick up my beautiful daughter, I'll see if maybe, later on I can find a day to live stream. I miss daily driving my stick shift manual transmission. Yeah, I feel you, man. Oh, wait, no. I mean, I used to feel you. Now I drive a manual again. Yo, what's the best move after getting my ISC certification entry level? start hitting those subs, bro. Just go ahead. A lot of dealerships love seeing the ASC certification, so go ahead. If you want, go to dealer route. A lot of people like going to dealer route. You could always go there. You know what I mean? Oh, hell yeah. Respect, Aaron. That's dope, man. All right, guys. Let me answer like a few more. A snap on his Prada for mechanics. That's hilarious. Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad it did help, man. No problem, Orlando. Yeah, Usama, yeah, it depends. On certain cars, you have to for sure replace cylinder head bolts. Like they're torque to yield, so you have to. On my Toyota, it's not torque to yield, so you reuse the same cylinder head bolts. In general, I'd always advise to just replace them straight up. Always replace the cylinder head bolts in general. But on the Toyota I had, I didn't. Technically, I didn't need to. But yeah. Feeded the. Oh, yo, what's going on? Do you have a forum to ask questions? Yeah, Musan, I have on YouTube, there's a community tab. You can ask any questions that you have on a community tab, and I'll try to get to it as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, if you didn't know, on my YouTube channel, you can go to the community, and you can put down the questions, into the community chat, and then I'll answer it. Just try to, make it easier for me to answer, because keep in mind, I go through comments, hundreds and thousands of comments every day, and I can only answer so much. I try to, go through as quickly as I can. So if you can make it quick and concise and have your information in there, the more I'll be able to answer you guys. Okay, guys, Yakfisher says hit that like button while we still got time. Yes. Next live stream, the race car. Hell yeah! I might sell the race cars on the next live stream. I'll sell the RX-8, everything going on with it, and maybe my other show car. So yeah, that'd be a cool live stream. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it, Daniel. All right, guys, I got to start heading out to pick up my little bundle of joy. But keep in mind, every single Friday, I go on live streams just for you guys. So be sure to join in next live stream. I generally always go live around 6 to 6:30 p.m. So yeah, be sure to drop by on the next live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. Nice to see you in here, Honda Civic. Thanks for joining in, Echo. You need a website to rebuild and sell your merch. Hell yeah, man! I'm gonna relaunch some merch stuff, Echo. You got a really good point. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'll replace my wheel stud or pay for it. Yeah, replace your wheel studs. Really cheap, man. Don't pay somebody to do it. Just do it yourself. But yeah, surprise Saturday stream when? Hey, man, it's a surprise. If it was a surprise, I can't tell you. I can't tell you when I'm going to do the surprise live stream. You'll see. Trust me. Just have your eyes peeled and your notifications on. But all right, guys, nice having you guys here. See you later, Leonard. See you later, Mark J. Larson. See you later, Mario. See you later, Andrew Trent. You're crazy. That's hilarious. See you later, Honda Civic. See you later, Yak Fissin. Nice to see you here. Tell the little one hi for us. Oh, yeah, you already know, man. But all right, guys, have a good one. You too, Echo. Nice having you here, bro. And I'll catch you guys all next time. I really hope it helped. And yeah.